Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. And here we are. It is the three-quarter season update with FC Cincinnati in the 2020 MLS regular season. We're about to enter the final stretch drive of the season, the fourth quarter of the season. Let's check it out, see where we're at. After 27 games, we got 16 wins, 3 draws, 8 losses, total of 51 points, and a plus 21 goal differential. It's pretty good. It's not the best in the league, but it's pretty good. But anyway, that record line is good enough to put us 3 points behind Philadelphia in second place in the Eastern Conference and third place overall in the Supporters' Shield. We're 8 points behind San Jose. So it's going to take a bit of a drop by San Jose in order for us to catch up to them in the Supporters' Shield. With 7 games left, they're probably going to have to lose 4 of their final 7 in order for us to even have a chance of catching San Jose. So it's a little bit getting close here if we wanted to win a Supporters' Shield in our second season. But anyway, we're doing well. We're doing outstandingly well, and, we're going to get to the playoffs. We got some beeps going on here in the background. We don't like that. Hello. Get rid of the beeps. There we go. Okay. So, we got some work to do, but first thing I think I want to do to look at this quarter of the season, or 3 quarters of the season, let's take a look at stats. We haven't looked at stats in a while for our individual players. We don't have anybody who's played 20 games for the first team yet. We've got Kobian, who's out, a workhorse currently out on loan. He's not developing too well. At least physically he's a little worn out, it appears. But he is out on loan to Bethlehem. He's played 27 times for them, so that's nice. He's getting the experience, and he's rating well. But development, we need to work on that. Anyway, in terms of starting players, Akechi, 19 appearances, 3 substitutions on top of that. So he's kind of been our workhorse this season, not what you would necessarily expect from him, although he is our most talented player, so I guess that's pretty good. And not only is he playing a lot, but he's also delivering 11 goals, 5 assists, 87% passing completion, 7.54 rating on the season. He is tearing it up, having an excellent season. Our leading goal scorer on the season, even above Adi, who only has 6. Przybylko next with 5. Sonora, Acosta, DeVries, Crispum, Wadey even contributing 3. So we're getting a lot of goals from a lot of places. That's pretty good. The fact that we don't have one single striker who's scoring 20, I guess, is disappointing just for my own personal philosophy. But as far as team ethos goes, we're playing well as a team and we're scoring as a team, so that's good. Assists, DeVries, again, top of the list here with 7 assists. He's one of our leading assisters last year, even though he only played half the season. Ketchy with 5, Sonora, again, Acosta, Wadey, so a lot of the similar guys. Interesting, Tony Strong on the list. He's only had 4 starts, 2 substitutions, and in those 6 games, he's got 2 assists. That's pretty good for a definitely utility reserve player. He's right up there with Kiri Shelton. Kiri Shelton has 1 more goal and 3 more chances created than him. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. Klute is our lone fullback on the list with 2 assists. Crispum, Przybylko, Glad, the central defender, with some assists. So not a tremendous amount of assists going on there, but I guess as long as we're scoring goals, it doesn't really matter where it's coming from. Passing percentage is improved this year, that's for sure. Luis Felipe, who's been on the disabled list for a while, he's our leading passer. That's pretty good for our Segundo Volante to be a great passer. And maybe that's why the fortunes of the team sort of changed when we inserted him into the lineup. Our offense started clicking with him in there. 88% passing, 7.05 rating, only 3 yellow cards on the season. So, he's doing a good job back there, or he was, and before he got horrifically injured. Anyway, Alashi is next with 87%. That's good. Another defensive midfielder, basically. Same with Akugo. That's outstanding. And Akechi, our main playmaker in the midfield, 87%. Richie Salvador, the youngster, 86%. Steve St. Duke, limited starts here, limited appearances. Only 2 total appearances, but, he's passing well, so I guess that's good. Central defender, Glad, 82%. So just our passing overall this year has just gone up by leaps and bounds over what it was last season, and that's definitely a philosophical change by us. So what do we got today? We've got the big match, the grudge match of grudge matches. Look at our schedule here. It is Atlanta United, the team that's been holding us back for 2 seasons now. We can't beat these guys. They beat us every single time. Now, we did play a game off camera, which I didn't really think about the implications of playing this game because we played Philadelphia. I sort of played the game without looking at the table. So we played for first place in the Eastern Conference, and we lost, unfortunately, 2-1. We did get a goal out of Przbilko in the 59th minute to take the lead, but then I did what we'd been doing, and I sort of dialed back the offense, and we immediately gave up 2 goals, 72nd minute and 86th minute to CJ Sapong, and that gave us the loss to Philadelphia. So that's why we're 3 points back of Philadelphia, unfortunately. So we got another big game today. This time we're going to look at it. I'm going to show it on camera. Now, Atlanta has dropped in the standings since early in the year. Atlanta is down to 6th place, holding on to the final playoff spot, trying to fend off Toronto and Orlando. Montreal and NYCFC they're all in there. They've all, within 5 points of a playoff spot. So that's nothing to sneeze at right there. A lot of parity in the Eastern Conference. I mean, I guess we could look at the Western Conference, perhaps. San Jose. They've got a commanding lead in the Western Conference. 16 points over LA Galaxy, and they're the closest. Vancouver, Minnesota Sporting KC, everybody is doing pretty poorly over there in the Western Conference this season. LAFC is sort of vying with Houston for the final playoff position, but even they're 4 points back of final playoff position. So there's a precipitous drop-off there in the Western Conference. They are not a great conference, but they've got the best team in the league. Team which, by the way, we've already beaten once this year in the U.S. Cup, but that is U.S. Cup, so maybe it doesn't count. But anyway, today we got to worry about Atlanta United. Take a look at what they've been up to. They've still got, a lot of great players. Barco, Casilla, Perez is still back there on defense, making life miserable. Fernando is brought in as a designated player. Remedi, Riquarte. So they got, Nagby, Diego. They just got great players up and down the list. Goalkeeper. Okay, there's Kiko. I was like, wait a minute, where's their goalkeeper? There's Kiko. He's still standing strong. So, again, it's going to be tough to score on Atlanta, but let's get to the match preview. We are 6-4 favorites. It is a home game, Nippert Stadium, 22,000 out of a 40,000 capacity, so it's a pretty good crowd. Probably, it'll be a sellout once we get our new stadium, but for now, we'll have to deal with half-empty stadium. But still, it should be a good crowd. Should look pretty nice on the old screen. And we're coming in strong form. Atlanta's inconsistent form. They've lost 2 of their last 5. So, they're a little up and down right now. We've got not international break, but we've got international competitions coming up here real soon. So we're going to have a bunch of players going out. We've postponed one of our games against Chicago. So we're going to have a little bit of time on the schedule to train and stuff like that after this game. But for now, we're fully healthy. We're ready to go. So let's get to the team selection. And here we go. Reverse Z formation still in effect. Pretty much everybody who needs to be there is there. We got Blackman on the bench right now for Aguirre, who's back from his injury. Is that what we want to do? Is that what we want to stick with? Yeah, I think we'll stick with that for now. I mean, I do want to get Blackman more playing time. He is playing very well, so we'll keep him in there. But we're going to get Aguirre, make sure Aguirre stays match fit for the rest of the season. So we'll put him in there versus Atlanta. You know, we want the experience in there for the big game. And let's go. Here's the lineup. Stefan, Nuhu, Wilson, Glad, Aguirre. So basically our starting defense. Akugo in at defensive midfielder. He's been playing that for the last couple of weeks and playing pretty well. So we'll keep him in there. Ketchy, De Vries, Acosta, Sonora, Przybylko up top. He scored in the last game. We'll see if he can score again. Keep that run going. Meanwhile, Atlanta, they of course have Kiko in goal. Bello, their leading assist man at fullback. 5 assists on the season. Perez, Powell, Diego. Strong defense there. Remedi and Nagby in the midfield. Barco, Requarte, Fernandez. Looks like Barco's their leading goal scorer. 9 goals, 4 assists. Only a 6.95 average. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's not outstanding either. You would think of Barco as one of the best players in the league, so you'd think he'd have a little better rating than that. But he has made 27 appearances, so, you know, I'll take that. I'll take 27 appearances from Barco for sure. And Darwin Lopez up top has 8 goals, so he's not far behind Barco. Anyway, they're still a dangerous team, very dangerous. Let's do the pep talk. Chance to move in the top spot with a win here. So let's deliver. No, okay. Tunnel talk. Oh no, I did the tunnel talk. You must be intent on gaining a measure of send the assistant. How about that? How about that? So here we are, Nippert Stadium. Boys in blue are out. Here's Atlanta in those classic black and maroon stripe. I don't think they call that maroon. That's more of just a regular red, black and red. Should probably know if that's what their colors are, but I don't. So I'm going to guess because that's what I like to do. I like to guess at things. Anyway, we're dominating early. Here's Kiko dropping one short to Powell on this highlights. Interesting highlight. Send it forward to Luiz. Going to try to start the attack. Lopez, bad pass. Glad intercepts it. Bombs it downfield. Przybylko on the run behind the defense. Can't get past Kiko. Great counterattack. Great play on the back line by Glad. Just Przybylko. He's got a yellow card already, so we might take him out at half. If we get more chances like that, we need Adi up top, not necessarily... I don't know that I want to press the midfielders like that. I think we'll leave those instructions as they are. Okay, so we might take Przybylko out at halftime. Throw Adi in there. He's booked, so we'll tell him to ease off tackles for sure. Last thing we need is our striker getting a red card. Ridiculous. Here's De Vries, sends one in. Sonora fights off the defense with the header. Excellent position there by the winger. Let's take a look at this. So there he is, just beats, looks like a midfielder to the ball. Outstanding. Sonora, 5'9", only 9 jumping reach, only 3 heading. So that's a rare goal for the young winger. But hey, we're up on Atlanta. Uh-oh, here's Barco with a free kick. curving one. That was quite a bend on that one, but did not score, and that's really all that matters. All right. 30 minutes down. This is okay. What are our team instructions? Still just basic, slightly shorter passing, slightly higher tempo. Nothing really spectacular going on there, so I guess we'll just leave it. 35 minutes in. Here's Bello. Rometti. See what Atlanta can do here. See if we can catch him on another counterattack, although we're not really set up for the counterattack. Nuhu wins it to DeVries. DeVries, my man. That was a bad header. Should have just gathered that in. Diego gets it to Nagbe. Good tackle by Akugo, but he can't recover in time. There we go. There was some sound defending right there. Akugo ranging all over the field from that segundo position. That's what we want. And there's a bomb downfield. Diego, see, that's what the fullback should be doing. Should be gathering it in, not necessarily just heading it out. Going to press Kiko here. They are playing it short. There's a bad pass. DeVries with the intercept. He's got Przybylko. He hits him. Yes, a rocket shot. That's what we need from the big man. Be hard to take him out now, but we might still anyway. That was a terrible turnover, but a great play by DeVries. Lures the defender in, and then Przybylko just bashes one as hard as he can. Can we finally beat this Atlanta United team? It's been 2 seasons since we've been able to beat these guys. Barco tries to get one forward. Wilson plays a smart defense. Outstanding. Stefan bombs one downfield. That would have been a great steal if we could have got that off Perez. You know, he's too good of a defender to give up the ball. Maybe we can jinx him. You know, if Kiko can make a mistake. There's another mistake. Soniora with the intercept. Get it back out to him. Przybylko. No, Akechi has it, though. Akechi, he's going to settle it down. Boy, we had a great counterattack there, but Przybylko just wasn't up to the challenge. DeVries. Przybylko goes down in the box. Don't know if he's injured. There's Akugo with a shot. That was a strange... Yeah, we're going to the replay here. Przybylko got just trounced in the box there. I don't know if he fell over or... Like, I didn't see it. I wasn't watching it particularly. I just saw him flop on the ground. So maybe he was trying to draw a penalty. Let's see what the video referee says. Penalty is given after review. Akechi going to try to get his 10th goal on the season. No, his 12th goal on the season. There it is, right down the middle. He fools the veteran keeper, and look at that. 3-0 over Atlanta. So maybe they aren't the team they were last year or earlier this year. Great goal, great goal. All right. You know, they've lost several players, but it seemed like they'd replaced them. Here's Barco, bends one in. No, he can't get it past Stefan. That was a little bit of a late reaction on his part, but he was able to go over and make the save. As awkward as that looked, he made the save. So here we go. Nuhu. To DeVries, Akechi. Can we get a 4th goal before halftime? Acosta looking to make a play. He's going to take that shot, and wow, what happened? He just blasted that one, and Kiko just fell over. I don't understand what's happening. Kiko just goes the wrong way. Was not expecting that thunder strike from Acosta. 4-0. We're hammering these guys. Can we get more? There's 2 minutes of extra time left. Aguirre I mean, if we can hammer Atlanta, why not? Out wide, Nuhu on the overlap. He's got DeVries. DeVries can't get it in, but Nuhu's going to save it in the corner. Sends it in. Acosta on the header, just wide. That ends the half with another dangerous attempt. Look at this. What's happened to Atlanta United? 17 shots to 3. 11 on target to 1. They've got a new coaching staff, right? Let's take a look at Atlanta. Wilmer, what have you done to Atlanta United? You're supposed to be a good coach. You have, I don't know what's happened here. Preferred formation 4-2-3-1, staying standard coaching style defensive. Maybe he's a little too much of a defensive coach for this team. That is his best attribute. He works well with youngsters, so that's good. You know, he is a great coach, but maybe he's just not a good fit for Atlanta. That would be terrible for everyone involved except for us, because we would very much like to usurp Atlanta's position in the Eastern Conference for sure. Very happy the way things are going. Keep it up. And the pep talk. I mean, we should drop back, but we're not going to. I have visions of, them coming back. So we'll wait on that. It's hard also to take out Przbilko. He's got that yellow card. He's got a goal. He drew the foul. So we'll just keep it as it is. Why mess with a good thing, I guess? We're outclassing them so much. 17 shots to 3. They do have 59% of possession, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And here's the thing. If we go with the possession game, let's say we dial it back and go with the possession games, would we just be opening ourselves up to their counterattack game, which we know is outstanding? Because that's what I've found, is that if the other team is a high-pressing possession-type team, they're vulnerable to the counterattack. Maybe that's, football 101, but, in FM I found that to be true. There's a foul. Acosta going to the replay here. Acosta's rubbing his knee. Banged knees with somebody or something. Remedi going to the video assistant review. Hopefully Remedi's not reviewing it. That seems like that would be unfair. Video review says it happened outside the box. So free kick being awarded to us. Here's DeVries. Sends one in. Nope. Not the greatest attempt, my man. A little high. A little long, but that's, that's okay. That's okay. Costa drew the bump, but I guess he wasn't really injured. He was just sort of bruised. Man, he's good. I just like looking at his stats. It's not often you see a guy with that much green on one of my rosters. Because, my rosters, I usually develop players and move them along. I don't necessarily keep them around in their prime. So having a guy like Acosta on the team is a bit of a revelation. I mean, Akechi too. There's the injury we were waiting for. We're just waiting for that one. All right, Crispum, your time is now, my friend. I think we'll bring in Adi as well, just to get rid of that yellow card. All right, what's this highlight all about? Wilson, Akechi. Looks like they're putting some pressure on us. So that's why I don't want to, look at this lurker back here. He's just waiting to counterattack. It's like in basketball, with a full court press. It's almost like they're running a 1-3-1 zone out here. Waiting for this man to get the steal and get out on the break. Costa, Nuhu. Gonna have to drop it back. Wilson. He's gonna have to drop it back. He's getting pressured. Let's do something, my man. There we go. No own goals, please. Thank you. See, he sent that wide of the goal. He didn't send it into the goal, so that's good. Stefan bombs it downfield. Przybylko wins the header, but Barco is there to intercept. Has Barco moved to the center? Looks like they might have switched around and put Barco in the middle. He's got a man wide open. Requarte on the overlap. Got forward. Did they just switch around their team? Or are they playing some sort of weird fluid style where I guess it doesn't matter? Because suddenly you got Barco in the middle and Requarte up top. I mean, like, looks like he's playing in that striker position. And he scores pretty easily. So they got one back. We're going to, yeah. Here we go. Throw in. Nuhu, Crispum. Got our subs in the game. Akugo, he's going to take that. He's going to take that shot in. He scores. Oh, top shelf. Right in the far corner. Akugo. I mean, he's playing the segundo role, and part of that role is to shoot. And he takes that role to heart. Look at that. Little bit of bend on that. Not a tremendous amount, but again, this is the worst game I've ever seen Kiko play. His age finally catching up with him. I don't know. I mean, he's only 33. It's not like he's, 38 or something. Oh, there's a stop from Stefan. Swatted that header away by Perez. 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up. Barco with the corner. I mean, they can't come back. It's impossible now, but they might be able to get some consolation goals. Nagby gets the ball, and they continue with the offense, or continue with the highlight. No, they do not continue with the highlight. The highlight ends right there. Get out. Here's a Akechi on the corner. Sends a low one into Crispum. That was a great corner. Crispum just couldn't quite get the redirection, but that was outstanding. Anyway, full time. How about that? 5-1. Atlanta United, get out of here. Get dusted. Very happy with that. Very happy. Everyone's delighted. And now we got like 2 weeks off, basically. Let's take a look at the schedule. So we've postponed the Chicago game, which was right here, because we got six players on international duty, perhaps more. Stefan, Glad, Richards, Przybylko, and St. Duke. So, I mean, we could have gotten through without those guys. I mean, we've got a very deep team, but why? Why do that? When we're playing so well, why break up the chemistry? So we actually have 3 weeks off. 3 weeks off, and then Chicago, and then Toronto, and then U.S. Cup final versus Colorado. So we'll probably come back for that U.S. Cup final, I think, is where we'll come back. Just because we got so much time in between the next few games, like I don't want to waste everyone's time. So we'll come back for the big U.S. Cup final, try to qualify for Champions League again next season, and yeah, win some hardware. I don't think we've actually won a trophy, have we? No. We came close, but we have no trophies. Club history. Yeah, we have no trophies. 0. So this would be our first trophy. We need it. We want it. We got to get it. All right, so that'll be next episode. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.